Kubernetes upgrades are important for security, support, and new features. But before making any production changes, we want to be sure that our applications and platform components will work as expected. Today, we'll look at how to validate applications before a Kubernetes version upgrade. Even a small Kubernetes version change can have unexpected effects. Applications may behave differently, plugins may become incompatible, and configuration issues can surface. If these problems aren't caught early, they can lead to production incidents or outages. There are two common upgrade risks. The first is API compatibility. Deprecated API can cause manifest to fail on the new Kubernetes version. Plugin compatibility is another risk. Platform components such as ingress controllers, service meshes, monitoring tools, and security add-ons may also not support the newer version. That's why it's important to validate both the application and the supporting platform components before upgrading. So how do we validate everything before upgrading? One practical approach is to run A/B deployment. Let's see how this works. With an A/B deployment, we run the application in two separate environments. Cluster A runs the current Kubernetes version, while Cluster B runs the newer version. We deploy the same application and supporting components to both clusters. This allows us to compare behavior, run tests, and validate the upgrade before making any production changes. The challenge is that setting up A/B deployments manually can be complicated. Teams need to coordinate clusters, networking, traffic routing, observability, testing, and platform add-ons. It can quickly become time-consuming and error-prone. Now I'm going to show how an A/B deployment is simplified with CAEPE. This is the CAEPE dashboard, from which you can safely automate many tasks, even without deep Kubernetes know-how. As you can see, CAEPE supports different deployment strategies out of the box. For this tutorial, I have an e-commerce application running on an existing Kubernetes version. I want to validate how the application behaves on a newer Kubernetes version before performing an upgrade. To do this, I'm going to run an A/B deployment. I'll enter the basic information. Next, I'll select the application I want to deploy and continue to the next step. Here, I'll choose to deploy across different clusters. Cluster A represents the current Kubernetes version. Cluster B represents the upgraded Kubernetes version I want to validate against. I'll now select the target clusters for both environments, provide the application branch for each cluster, and specify the namespaces where the application will be deployed. Once that's complete, I can continue to the next step. As part of the workflow, CAEPE provides add-ons that allow you to run more detailed checks on your deployments. Since the application on Cluster A is already running well, I won't enable any add-ons for this environment. For Cluster B, I want to confirm that the application behaves the same way it does on Cluster A. To do that, I'll enable the dry run add-on for Cluster B. This validates whether the manifests and configurations are compatible with the newer Kubernetes version without applying any actual changes to the cluster. This is especially important during Kubernetes upgrades, where, as we discussed earlier, API deprecations and version compatibility issues are common concerns. From the results, we can see some compatibility issues. For example, we can see errors such as no matches for kind priority level configuration and no matches for kind flow schema. This indicates that some API have been deprecated or are no longer supported in the upgraded Kubernetes version. Based on these errors, I'll inspect the manifest in GitHub. Here we can see the API versions that are not compatible with the upgraded Kubernetes version. I'll now update the manifest to use the latest supported APIs instead. Now I'm going to run the dry run again using the updated manifest. Now the validation passes successfully, and the configuration looks good. Let's proceed with the A/B deployment. From the results, we can see the application is working correctly. On the newer Kubernetes version, this gives us confidence to proceed with promotion or rollout. You can also run smoke tests, synthetic traffic, or additional validation checks depending on your operational requirements. As we've seen, with A/B deployment, you can find issues early with real tests and upgrade with a peace of mind. Here are some key things CAEPE does to simplify how you deploy at scale and manage day 2 ops. CAEPE can be easily plugged into your current ecosystem and toolchains. Learn more at caepe.sh. Go for a test drive or join our free pilot program where you get full support to test how CAEPE will work in your environment. Thanks for your time. If you have any questions or feedback, drop us an email.